Hi, welcome back into Market Day Report. I'm Scott Shellady, otherwise known as the Cow Guy. Thank you very much for tuning us in here this morning. I just got the baton from Mr. Tony St. James. We're halfway through the show already. Time flies when you're having fun. Why don't we see if we've been having any fun with these market prices? Let's bring up a corn board and see about this 5-cent range. We're up 3 3/4 cents, so this is worth celebrating on a Friday afternoon. It was a little chilly this morning, though. Froze my little num-nums off. It was 14 degrees when I got in the car. 4.30 1/4 last for Dees corn, but we're going to get rid of that. That's going off the board. 4 3/4 cents better in the March to 4.39 3/4. That's a new high of the day. See, they knew I was coming out here. 4.45 is last in May. That also is a new high. And we're up about 4.5 cents. So there you go. Corn. We're doing well right now as we speak. Soybeans. We're steady to a little bit better. I'm going to call that. Jan's up a penny and a half to 9.95 1/4, but we regained that $10 line in March, $10.50. And we're defending the May $10 line very well at 10.10 3/4. We're up about 3/4 cent to 1 3/4 cent between those three. So not a bad board, just steady a little bit better, I'll call that. You have to go all the way out to August to see a negative number. We can skip it, but it's just down 1/4 cents to 10.19 1/2. Let's move to the wheat in Chicago. Chicago wheat, that's down 3/4 cent in March, 5.57 1/2 last there. We move out to say May, that's down a penny and 1/4 to 5.65 1/2, well off the lows of the day by just under 4 cents. Let's move out from the Chicago wheat to the hard red in Kansas City. Here I come. March is up a penny. 5.53 1/2 is last there. That's 2 cents off the high of the day. May is up a penny to 5.61 1/4, and that too is just 2 cents off the high of the day. But we've only had about a 6-cent range. How about that? 6 1/4 if I was exact. Let's go from hard red in Kansas City to the spring wheat in Minneapolis. We got a March board down a penny and a half there. 5.97 evens last in the middle of that range. We've had just about a 6-cent range. We got a May board down a penny, just 3/4 cent. 6.04 3/4 is last there. So spring wheat quietly, a little easier, nothing going on. And then let's take a look at cotton. We'll get to our guest analyst. Cotton at March board is down 90 points here to 70.20, just 2 points off the low of the day. Let's bring him in. Mr. Joe Lardy. He's Friday, 10:45 every Friday. He's with CHS up in Inver Grove Heights. He's got a nice pressed shirt on today. If I didn't know any better, I'd think it's your wife's birthday.
Well, it is today, so I will wish her happy birthday on your behalf. Thank you.
There you go. All right, what do you see here? Anything jumping out at you?
We talk every Friday, and I think it's going to take a few more weeks until the calendar says January before there's probably anything new and exciting for us to talk about. I mean, when you look at the charts, these markets are pretty firmly entrenched in trading ranges that are not very wide, 15-ish, 20-cent ranges for the most part. And we're looking we're looking for something new, something that's going to change market direction. And we've got the WASDE report next week, and when you look at where all the analysts have submitted their estimates, largely unchanged across the board. So I don't think that the December WASDE report is going to give us that big change that we're looking for to really get these markets moving in one direction or another. And frankly, I think the WASDE report next week is going to be all about South American production and what's going to happen with the Russian wheat situation. But I don't think either of those are going to be one of those catalysts where the market's going to need to move that 20, 30 type cents. I think we're kind of feeling that December holiday trade mode, and I think we're going to be stuck in ranges for another several weeks here.
I just get the prices on my board here. I don't get volumes. The volumes, I got to believe, are kind of, they've got to have been lower, right, or no?
Yeah. I actually just looked at volumes before we came on, and corn is, it's an okay day, but nothing special. And it really feels like we're kind of moving in that holiday trade mode already.
Last thing I'll ask then, if there any movement, you're looking for, say, maybe the report in January and/or something geopolitical that might happen between now and then, or maybe South American weather. I don't know if that's going to be that big of a deal just yet, but it could be.
Yeah, South American weather looks really good. But yeah, the big catalyst is going to be the January WASDE report, right? Because we're going to factor in stocks. We got a new year. The funds are going to have a little bit more of an appetite to trade. So I think in a month from now, things get real dynamic.
Yeah, and then well, the last thing we'll leave you with is, are you a diehard Vikings fan, or did you just come on board the old train, or do you hang out for something else? What's your stance there?
I've been on the bandwagon for too long, season ticket holder, and just kind of going through the fingers crossed. Come on, baby. Let this
Joe,
be our year.
When I lived in Minneapolis, I've been to the old outdoor stadium, right? When
Yep.
you had Fran Tarkenton and Ranieri
Yep.
and Chuck Foreman. So
Purple
I've been
people.
That's
Yep.
exactly right. Alan Page, Carl Eller,
Yep.
Dougie Sutherland. All right. Thanks for coming on. We've got a lot of football still ahead of us. That's Joe Lardy. He's with CHS Hedging Heights. We're both showing our age there. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills, and I'll come back and show my age again with these equity markets. We'll be right back.